the 3 trends in Bitcoin that you must know to keep the edge in your favor so you're 2 steps ahead of the market. The trend is your friend. Make sure you're riding that trend until it reaches its bend. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do in a mechanical, objective, very clean, non-emotional way. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jiggy. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008, where I only used to focus on currencies, which is the Forex markets, but now exclusive on cryptocurrency. So let's dive straight in. So we're going to look at 3 things today. And it's going to be in terms of Elliott waves. Because Elliott waves is one of the best ways of reading the markets, because the markets tend to move in 5s and 3s. And these patterns tend to unfold time and time again. And what we're really measuring is human psychology, mass herd psychology of buying and selling behavior based on the emotions of fear and greed. And these patterns will tend to reflect themselves in the price on all markets and all time frames, especially cryptocurrency. So the first thing we're going to look at is the macro wave count. You're going to love this because it's going to give you really, really clear objectivity. So focus on the macro. Now, I believe Bitcoin is in a corrective sequence right now and doing a wave 4. A wave 4, so think about it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks like a wave 4 of a wave 5. So the macro wave count, in my opinion, based on what I can see, is down. As in, macro is down. So now let's just label that as down. And to make it even clearer for us, let's mark it as red. So now we can clearly see the macro is down. And obviously we've been seeing downward movements for quite a while. We projected that wave 3 top in advance. You can see that in the November videos. But the main thing is we go macro is down. Now we're going to move in, zoom in a bit more and go, okay, what's the intermediate wave count? Now a wave 4 typically breaks down to 3 waves referred to as an ABC. ABC in 3 waves. And when we're looking at the sequence of an ABC, what part of the potential ABC are we in? So I'm just going to draw it. I've drawn this in advance. So this is what I'm seeing with the ABC. So it looks like we've had this very nice A. We've had this textbook ABC of a B. And it looks like we are on the wave C of an ABC potential, right? Because we can only do probabilities and never certainties, but this is the probable outcome that I'm seeing. So the intermediate is also down. Down. And let's also color that in red. For me personally, I would like to put in, let's put in a wave C. Let's put in a wave C. So it's really, really clear. And then over here, let's put in a wave 4. Right, so now we go macro looks like a wave 4, intermediate looks like a wave C, and both are down and both are red. So it makes it very visual for us to see. But what's the micro? Well, the micro, what tends to occur with a wave C? Right, this is what we're going to really, really get focused on. Because most people don't realize that there's waves within the waves. So there's macro waves, intermediate waves, and micro waves. And sometimes they're very identifiable and very, very clear. And other times they're not. Other times they're not. So an example would be, if we just go back to here, this looks like an A, B, C of a micro. Right? So we can see that this part of the market, we had 3 very clear moves, A, B, C. So these are the microwaves within this intermediate wave. Right? Hopefully that makes some sense. By the way, if you're brand new to Elliott wave and Fibonacci and you want to learn the 3 key rules and how to do subdivisions, take my free Elliott wave masterclass, which is in the link below, and you'll be taken to this page. One click. I actually cover some Fibonacci ratios also in the masterclass and how to really read the psychology of the markets. So it gives you an edge to be 2 steps ahead of what's likely to occur so you can plan accordingly when it comes to your buying and selling decision making. So what we're going to focus on now is the micros, like what's immediately happening right in front of us right now. Well, we are on this wave C, it looks like, right? That's what it looks like to me. The momentum will confirm that in terms of the weekly momentum. We've covered that in past videos. And the daily momentum is currently up. But typically a wave C breaks down to 5 waves. That's important to know, right? typically a wave C breaks down to 5 waves, and it looks like it will be something like this: a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. More often than not, it will be something like this. Now, we don't know. We're just kind of probabilities and never certainties. So on this potential 5-wave sequence to the downside, where are we when it comes to the wave C? Now, we want some help from a momentum indicator. So I've got one set over here. It's called the Stochastics RSI. It's pretty good of getting the mini highs and lows of this particular market, which is Bitcoin that we're looking at. So we just zoom in a bit like this. We can see that the momentum is pointing up, as in the blue line is over the red. So that gives us a clue that we should expect 3 to 5 days of sideways to up, but also the pattern position will also support that as well. So now the micro is up. But what information do we want? Well, one of the key benefits of Elliott Wave is it tells you, or it indicates to you, if the market is in a corrective form or if it's in an impulsive form. Impulsive means, like on the downside, lower lows, and correction means overlapping and the previous high should not get exceeded. Like, what does that mean in English? Well, if we are forming this wave 2, which will mean that the micro wave is up, let's just update that, up, and it looks like a wave 2. Now, if we're doing a full wave count, it will actually be the wave 2 of a wave C of a wave 4. And let's just color that in green as well, so it's really, really visual. So we can see that the micro is against the intermediate. And the real thing that you want to take away from here is, if it is a correction, we should not see this former high get exceeded. So the high of 47,000, 48,000 with Bitcoin, it should not get exceeded. Now, if it does get exceeded, then that would invalidate the wave count, and then we'll have to review the whole market again. But more often than not, you will find it will do a correction. And there's normally a 3-wave correction to the upside, and then we should anticipate a downward movement. So if you know how to short the market using futures, etc., this would be a good point to potentially look at, for a downward movement. But the main thing I want you to take away from today is the macro. Wave 4 is down. You can see that in red over here. The intermediate, it looks like a wave C, is down, and we can see that over here. And then the micro is actually up, which is this wave 2 over here. And ideally, whatever degree you're trading or looking at, you want 2 of them to be pointing in the right direction or the same direction. Or ideally, if all 3 are, that just increases the probability of your success. So if you want to learn more about Elliott Waves and really, really how it works, in the link below is my free Elliott Wave and Fibonacci Masterclass. So you can really read the markets, and I share with you the 3 fundamental rules that you must know that just really gives you a massive edge on the market. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm going to finish on a quote. Let's finish with chapter 8, Henry Ford. Henry Ford. All right. It says, it has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste. I'm going to read that again. That was so good. It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste. So everyone has 24 hours in a day. How are you using yours? Are you training? Are you realizing that we're in a $1 trillion trend and we're right at the beginning in terms of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and blockchain, the technology in itself? And are you spending the time to really be able to read the markets, not just for the immediate bull run, but for the years to come? Because there'll be another bull run in 3 to 4 years, and it'll be, the markets always tend to move in these cycles and trends, whether it's the stock market, whether it's commodity markets, whether it's currency markets, or the cryptocurrency markets. So you can get ahead of the other participants, because there's millions of other participants betting on the price. And most people are 2 steps behind the market. Your job is to get 2 steps ahead to see what's likely to occur, so you can make educated decisions based on probability. And one of the best ways is Elliott Wave Fibonacci combined with a bit of momentum as well. And then you've got a serious edge on the market. All right, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you very soon.